Welcome back to the Relevant Podcast. I am, of course, your host, Rello, and this is my co-host, Rob. Say what's happening to the people, Rob.
What's happening to the people?
Hey, how you been doing this past week? What's up? What's going on?
Bless, man, bless. You know me, man. Always in high spirits, just out here getting after it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Making things happen, grinding,
get into it.
getting to it.
Okay. We got a couple things to talk about. Were you a big fan of the '90s era Chicago Bulls?
Yeah, I was, man. Me, I'm kind of weird, so I always like to go against the grain, right? So
Yeah.
like, I'm the dude that everybody like Shaq. Well, I like Kobe. Everybody like Beyonce. Well, I like Kelly Rowland, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be like Mike. Well, I like Scottie Pippen. So I'm
Okay.
that guy. Yeah,
Okay. So you a Scottie Pippen fan then?
man. Modeled my game after him,
Okay.
defensively anyway.
So you're all around. Think you were just all around basketball player.
Yeah. Except I had a bag. Scott ain't had no bag. I had a, you know what I'm saying? I had a bag.
Well, who had a bag in the '90s?
Uh, you trying to make me sound like Gilbert Arenas. Uh, ain't nobody really had no bag in the '90s. Like just watching Charles Barkley back. Oh, Hakeem.
Okay, yeah, he had that low post
Okay.
bag.
Yeah. He had a little bag. Everybody else like who was that? Charles just backing people down, turn his back to him, back him down, back him down, back him down.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you're right. So Scottie Pippen and more ex Bulls start a no bull tour to talk about Michael Jordan and the Last Dance.
okay.
Did you see the Last Dance documentary that came out back in 2020?
I watched some of it, man. I watched some of it. I really didn't care what happened like 20 years ago, honestly.
Yeah.
Just who cares?
My thing about that like who like it was like a vanity project for Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Like I know I'm great, you know I'm great.
yeah,
Let me put this package together so everybody can know I'm still great. I was great. I'ma always be great. You love greatness. I love greatness. Everybody great.
yeah. Matter of fact, it was like over 20, 25 years ago, like almost 30 years ago. Like,
Yeah. Like nobody like at that time, 2020, we going through a pandemic.
yeah.
The last thing on people's mind is, huh, I want to see something about the 1990s Bulls.
Yeah, like we don't. Yeah, go on somewhere, man. We get it, Mike. You the goat. We you don't got to keep reminding us, man.
Right. And then some of the backlash that came out from the Last Dance documentary was how Scottie Pippen believes he was portrayed in the documentary.
Hmm.
He apparently he thinks he was portrayed as a selfish guy, and he didn't really come off looking too good in the documentary. Right.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah. So I mean, it all kind of stemmed from like this one incident where he was mad about his contract, and he refused to go in a game at one point, and this all happened when Michael Jordan, I think it was during the 2 year hiatus that Michael Jordan kind of semi-retired and went to go play baseball.
Yeah,
So Scottie Pippen didn't like the way he was portrayed, along with a couple other people.
yeah.
Um, Here's according to Bleacher Report, Scottie Pippen is taking the Last Dance on the road. Pippen, Luke Longley. Do you remember Luke Longley?
I remember Lou Longley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pippen, Luke Longley, and Horace Grant
Okay.
uh, partnered with Australia's National Basketball League to announce a tour called No Bull, which will feature the former NBA players discussing Michael Jordan and the 1990 Chicago Bulls. The tour will begin February 23rd. That was yesterday in Tasmania, and then head to Melbourne and Sydney. So, if you can't tell by what I just read, it's an international tour,
Hmm.
and to my knowledge now, none of these dates are going to be in the US.
Yeah,
It's all overseas
yeah.
where I guess people probably still care about the 90s Bulls.
Yeah.
So like just by the locations and the venues, I think that they know nobody wants to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Like who? Like I don't, I don't understand what he plans or what he thinks that they're gonna get off by, I guess, bashing Michael Jordan through this whole tour.
Yeah,
And
you find a losing battle, bro.
yeah, and then for one thing, I think somebody else said this, so I can't take credit for it, but it made a whole hell of a lot of sense. You won championships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody want to hear you complaining about how you won your championships.
Yeah.
I got I got a three-peat. I got another three-peat. This is
Mm-hmm.
Scottie Pippen. And
Yeah.
then Horace Grant got three. And then Luke
Mm-hmm.
Longley got three. So between
Mm-hmm.
y'all got 12 championships, and we sitting here complaining.
Yeah. Wasn't a show called Last Dance?
The last dance. Yep.
So run me through the show real quick. Was it all about? So the title is Last Dance, which leads
Yes.
me to think it's about the last year of the that just the title alone. Maybe I'm slow, or
Yeah.
maybe the last three peat. I don't know. Let's just you know what I'm saying?
It was so kinda, it was kind of misleading when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because they, through the documentary, they ran off like the first three-peat and the Michael Jordan hiatus and the last three-peat. So, and then it was kind of like set to a backdrop of the last season. Like through periodically they would go back and so like they would start it with the last season and then they'll go back to like season one. And then they just keep kind of jumping back and forth.
Okay, so they needed a different title.
Yeah. Dynasty mode.
Yeah,
Something.
something six peat. Or I don't know,
Yeah.
six chip. Six rings. Okay, because I'm just like when you telling me Horace Grant and Luke Longley,
Yeah.
they the first three championships, right?
Yeah.
So if they the first three championships, why, how are they getting portrayed? You know, like why are they getting portrayed in something called The Last Dance?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think Horace Grant is mad because he wasn't part of the last three.
yeah,
Because they got him up out of there and brought in a Dennis Rodman, the weird one. Let me get him.
yeah, yeah. But he was already he was already up out of there before Rodman came, because
Yeah.
he was part of the team that was with Shaq and Penny.
Yeah. Right. The one that got swept in the finals.
Yeah. So so I mean, yeah, I think don't nobody really want to hear you complain. It's like me, but getting super rich and making
Exactly.
millions, right? Starting a successful company, and then years later I go back and tell you, I start complaining about how I did it,
Yeah.
complaining about my struggles. You're right. Not even just telling you about it, but complaining about them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say this. Let's say what we doing right now blow up, right?
Yeah.
Blow up. We the top podcast in the world, and then
Craig.
40 years later, not even 40 years later, we come back and start complaining. Oh, see what y'all don't know is he was hating on me the whole thing. Yeah, look here, man. Y'all made millions. That don't nobody care. Like, get over it, man. Like, y'all get over yourself. No offense,
Yeah.
Scotty. Love you, Scotty. Luke. Like, get over it, man. You fighting a losing battle. It's Michael Jordan. No matter what you say, people gonna take his side, and you gonna come across as bitter. That's just what it is.
Exactly. Exactly.
We know, Scotty. We know he didn't win no chips without you, man. We
Right.
know it.
They bring that all the time. They bring that up all the time, especially when they bring up what's your boy LeBron
Yeah.
and the goat debate all the
He
time.
ain't no chips without you, Scotty. At one point, Scotty, you was probably considered the second best player in the league, a top five player in the league. I I'm giving you some credit, Scotty. You took on the toughest defensive assignments, even though nobody in the '90s had a bag. You took those assignments on, Scotty. You did your thing. Like, let it go, get over it. Go, Horace, you did your thing too, Horace. Luke, you did your thing. Get over it. Don't nobody care. Move on with your lives. You ain't. you're not setting a good example for the youth.
Yeah.
Y'all some old, y'all like coming across as some bitter old man.
Hey, you know what else don't help?
What?
I mean, they broke up now, but Michael Jordan's son and Scottie Pippen's ex-wife was engaged to be married, like up to like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he got some animosity. He trying to get up off his chest.
Yeah.
Like it seems to me like Scottie Pippen is just jealous of this dude. Like I'm
Yeah.
like he get all the shine. He is you ever seen the not Five Heartbeats, the Temptations movie?
Yeah, of course.
He is Scottie Pippen is what um David Ruffin thought that Otis thought, right?
Yeah.
Like Eddie no, David Ruffin thought that everybody was jealous of him.
Hmm.
Like, no, it's a team, bro. Like he just happened to be you the voice, like Michael
Yeah.
Jordan's the voice, right? He's David Ruffin.
Hmm.
And the team is the Temptations. But
Yeah.
together, they separately they can't do what they can do
Yeah.
together. Like, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right. They coming to see us.
Yeah.
But it got to be somebody that get all the shine, right? If it ain't the best player, it's gonna be the coach,
Yep.
somebody, and you just happen to not be the guy that's getting all the shine.
Yeah. And that don't take credit away from your greatness, Scotty.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jordan ain't win without you. We know he ain't win without you. We like it ain't no debate, no nothing. Jordan would have been a great individual talent without you, Scotty. Would he have won championships without you? Probably not. But we don't know. All we know is y'all won six together.
Yep. Alrighty then. Are you a Carmelo Anthony fan?
Um, I am a Carmelo Anthony fan. As his career progressed, I became less and less of a Carmelo Anthony fan.
Why's that?
So rookie year, watching Carmelo getting buckets, played a little defense. But as his career progressed, he to me he just came across as a guy who liked to shoot the ball, didn't play no defense, and didn't necessarily make his teammates better. All right. Me, I like the type of players that compete on both ends.
Yeah.
That's just what I like. Early in his career, he competed on both ends. As his career progressed, mainly when he went to New York, I just at no point was he ever a contender once he left Denver. So I just yeah, kind of fell off with Carmelo. But that's not to take away from him. Carmelo was a bucket, ISO king. I used to study Carmelo jab step. You know what I'm saying? My whole jab pull up, one dribble pull up. That's all a mixture of Carmelo and Cole. So
Okay. Do you remember George Karl, the coach of George Karl? He used to coach the Supersonics. Then he,
yeah, I
made
remember
him.
George Karl, man. Yeah. I remember George Karl.
So on Carmelo's podcast, I think it's called 7 p.m. in Brooklyn or something like that. He
Yeah, it
was,
sound like a Drake song. Yeah.
yeah, right. 6 in the morning in Phoenix, Arizona. Um, on Melo's podcast, he was detailing like his kind of relationship and his initial um meeting with George Karl, and he stated that George Karl straight up told him that he thought that Melo was uh, overrated and inexperienced and stuff like that. Stuff you probably don't say to a player when you first meet him.
Hmm.
And then after that, George Karl, speaking of Drake songs, um, George Karl went on Twitter and just started Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
Did you see any of these tweets that he put out?
No, no.
So let me show you something. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go by dates. February 16th, George Karl. To clarify, Melo was an inexperienced and overrated player when I first coached him. And also I forgot to mention he compared Melo to Deadlift Shrimp too.
Okay.
Detlef is one of the best international and most efficient players ever, and I'm the last one in Denver who still feels the Nuggets should honor Melo. Okay, right. February 16th, February 17th, and then they took a poll, right? On like, what do you think? Should Carmelo be honored for his best years, which were in Denver? 46 of the people said yes, 41% said no. So it looks, I mean, that's pretty even,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Um, George Karl said, "I've wanted to turn a corner with Melo and see him celebrated in Denver in general. And after this BS this week, I'm unsure again." And then the next day, he just talked about the results, about the poll, and then he gave on February 19th, he gave Nikola Jokic some love. Happy birthday to the champ, the ultimate team guy, and the greatest player to wear number 15 in Denver hoops history. What number did Carmelo wear?
Um, if I'm looking at the picture says he wore 15.
No. And George Carl said the greatest player to wear 15 seemed like he talking about Nikola Jokic.
I mean, in your opinion, who's a better player,
My
Jokic or
my opinion
Carmelo?
or George Carl's
Yeah,
opinion? You asking me
your opinion. I'm asking your opinion.
who's the better player?
Yeah.
Joker.
Um, so you telling me what George Carl said was in your opinion, it could be considered a fact.
In my opinion, it could be considered a I mean, oh no, which one? Which part?
The best player to wear 15 in Denver history.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Okay. And now my next question would be for that. Uh, is it because Jokic won a championship, or do you think Jokic is just a better player than Carmelo?
I think it's both.
Okay.
I think without the championship, he would still be better.
Okay. Because he has won an MVP.
They want two of them things.
Oh, okay. Two-time MVP. Okay. Okay. Now my next question is, do you think that was a shot at Carmelo?
The best player to wear 15?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Interesting.
Given the other tweets that he put out, yes.
Okay.
I mean, because the dude directly he coached a number 15 in Carmelo Anthony.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, because other than that, right? So if it wasn't a shot at Carmelo Anthony, there would be no reason to put the greatest player to wear 15 in Denver hoops history. You could have just said, "Happy birthday to the champ, the ultimate team guy, greatest player in Denver history."
All right. So what if I don't know? I coached Michael Jordan,
Okay.
and I was like, shout out to Michael Jordan, the best player that wore 23 ever. Is that a shot at anybody?
If no, because you didn't coach any other 23. You didn't say that you coached another 23.
Let's say I coached another 23.
Who
Let's
was
say
the
I coached, huh?
Okay, go ahead.
Let's just say I coached another number 23.
Okay.
Or let's say I coached the Bulls. And I was like, shout out to MJ, the
Hmm.
best Bull to ever. Or shout out to uh is it the fact that he threw the 23 in there that makes it into a shot? Could if he would have just said, shout out to Jokic, the best Denver Nugget ever, would that be considered a shot?
I don't think so. But I just said that. I said because he put the number 15 thing in there, I think that's a shot at him. I mean, I could be wrong because I said like if it wasn't, there would be no reason. There would be no reason to put the number 15 stuff in there.
Oh, so the number 15 makes it into a shot.
Yes, to me.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I got you. Like the 15 gives you a target that you like shooting at. If you just
Yeah.
If you just say the best Denver Nugget ever, you're just like shooting up into the sky. Bow.
Yeah, because
You
I'm
say
talking about
15, you didn't turn it and aimed it at somebody.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
because if he just said if he left the 15 out of there, he said he just spraying.
Yeah.
I'm just spraying.
Yeah.
But he threw the number 15 in there. That's a scope.
Okay.
Wow, that's a scope.
All right.
You know what I mean? Because like,
I'm just
cause
playing. I'm
I
just
know you
playing
playing
devil's
devil's
advocate.
advocate. Got you.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
how
because
we
like,
each other.
because if he say Denver hoops history, that's talking about the Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah.
That's talking about Klay Thompson. Daddy played for them, right? Or he played for the Lakers.
I think he played for the Lakers. Yeah, he
I'm
played for
thinking
the
about
Lakers.
it was another
I
Thompson.
know you're talking about skinny dude that's like a scorer.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
he talking about him. Alex English,
Yeah.
right?
Alex English. Yeah.
Alex English, Chucky Atkins, Earl
Yeah.
Boykins,
Yeah.
Kenyon Martin.
Yeah. Ain't that many great Denver Nuggets?
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Earl Borges might be top 5 Nuggets.
Earl Boykins shorter than me, and I
Yeah.
respect that dude, man. He made it in the league and had a decent career too.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is like, if it wasn't a shot, the 15 don't need to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was a direct shot. And then for one, like you come to a dude, like you first meet like you coaching, you first meet a dude, right? I don't think my first interaction with him would be to tell him that he's overrated. I mean, I can say he's inexperienced because duh, you're a rookie. But hey,
Yeah.
you inexperienced. I'm gonna show you these things to bring you up to speed on the NBA or the basketball, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But like to say that, hey man, I think you overrated. Like like almost half of a player's ability comes from confidence. And you shut down that confidence, you kind of luckily Melo, he's like super duper confident. So it probably didn't bother him that much, right? At the time. But probably sitting back thinking about it, he like, hold up. This dude was mad, disrespectful, B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. What you think?
Um, I think it was a shot. Uh,
Devil's advocate.
I think it was a shot at Carmelo. And I also think they too old for this, man.
Especially George Karl.
Especially George Karl.
He was
Like,
old when he got it. Who he coaching him?
yeah, and I think more so George Karl when Carmelo first got there was an older dude, and then Carmelo was part of that new
That post Allen Iverson.
yeah. See how you know I was going there? You be right here.
I'm in there,
He was
man.
yeah. He's part of that post Allen Iverson. We know a lot of people didn't like Allen Iverson, right? Because Allen
Yeah.
Iverson was like the first. He took all the heat rounds for like everybody to like be themselves in the league, right?
Yeah.
We talked about kind of like this at we black people do this all the time, like the code switching that we got to do, right? We got to be this face, we got to be this face. Allen Iverson for me was like the first. Not for me. I just he was like the first player to actually be able to be himself on and off the court,
Yeah.
right? And he paved the way for a guy like Carmelo to come be himself on and off the court. And George Karl, old white guy, no offense, right? What do we expect, right?
Yeah.
Probably didn't like that, right? Didn't like the braids, didn't like the swagger, didn't like that, right? So, and probably already had like these preconceived notions of who Carmelo was. So, Carmelo had to, come show him had to go show him otherwise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show him that who you think I am is not who I am. So, so I'm pretty sure there's always a little friction there, and sometimes people just be waiting.
Yeah.
They be waiting for you to say something or do something that they don't like, so that way they then can see I was right about you, and then be able to shoot those heat rounds that they've been like holding in the chamber for you. So, but yeah, long story short, I think they both too old, and it's like, what was that? Like 2004?
Nobody even remember this team.
Yeah, 20. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to go there. Like, Carmelo, I love you. right? And I'm compared to you, I'm like nobody in basketball world and all of that.
Yeah,
We don't care.
no, at
We don't.
all.
We don't. We don't care about. I know we talking about it because it's just something to talk about. But like, if you never brought it up to me, I'd be like, cool,
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
Like, oh,
yeah,
George Carlin and Carmelo didn't like each other. Oh, that's crazy.
yeah,
Anyway.
that's crazy. Anywho, just, yeah. So I'm just talking about it because but yeah, I personally, y'all didn't win no chips. Y'all ain't do nothing. Y'all just, yeah. I'm glad you said it because so I didn't have to. But yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
You had something you wanted to talk about?
So, uh, my man Allen Iverson, right, was
Hmm.
on the big podcast with Shaq Diesel,
Okay.
and asking him about different who. So it's a couple things that Allen Iverson is going on right now, right? One, so I'm gonna get your take on all of these. One, Brian Windhurst was saying that Allen Iverson wouldn't be Allen Iverson if he was in today's NBA, right? That's the first, right? The other thing was so Allen Iverson appeared on Shaq's The Big Podcast and was asked to name young NBA players who remind him of himself, right? And the one player he named was Luka,
Okay.
right? That's right. Allen Iverson is what, like 6 foot? Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Let's give him. Let's say
With
let's
his answers on. Yeah.
yeah. With his answers on, he about 6 foot. Right. And Luke is about what, 6'9"?
Yeah, he up there.
Yeah, white. Skin color is different, right? Slow. Allen Iverson.
Eastern European.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Just complete opposites. If you look at them, they complete opposites. You watch them play, complete
Hmm.
opposites,
Yeah.
right? But he says, as far as his style goes, it's street ball. It's street ball mixed in. He plays the way he plays. I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Iverson said, um, he plays like a black guy. Allison clarified. That man got style. He got swag. He's so cool out there, man. Everything is slow. Everything is slow. Major moves, the wet ball he shoots, the blood out of the ball. Yeah. So, long story short, Iverson think that when asked who plays like him, who reminds of him, he says Luca. So, what's your take on that?
I disagree.
Okay. Why?
Um, because Allen Iverson also obviously he had a most of them have a well the greats have a passion for the game,
Hmm.
and you can see it when they're playing. Um, and I don't see a I don't see a passion for the game when I see Luka Doncic plays. I see a guy who's good at basketball, who's playing basketball. Um, Luka a lot of times looks out of shape. That's just his body style, especially for the position and the way he plays. Um, I don't I don't see I, him saying that the guy that most plays like Allen Iverson was Luka Doncic. That doesn't make sense to me because when I think of a play style of Allen Iverson, yeah, you say street ball, okay. I think of passion, like I said earlier. I think of um, a grittiness. I think of I'm gonna go at your throat. Okay, Luca got that. Um, I get that. I get that. I'm gonna do anything for my team to win, even if that means I gotta take all the heat rounds. By the way I practice or don't practice, um, I don't know. I think if he talking about like practice and stuff like that, and like putting in the extra time into the game, probably. Because I think even Kenyon Martin said it. AI, he showed up to camp out of shape.
Yeah.
And if he showed up to practice, he didn't even practice that much, right? I see that in Luka. Um, but yeah, as far as like play style, I don't see no Allen Iverson in Luka. But if we talking about like off-season approach to the game, sure, I'm 100% with you.
Okay.
I'm 100% with you. But I mean, shoot, I mean, if I would say anybody plays like, if I was to compare anybody in the NBA today to Allen Iverson, I would probably say somebody like Tyrese Maxey.
Okay. All right.
Or
Oh,
maybe a De'Aaron Fox or somebody like that. But I don't know.
okay.
What you think?
What do I think? I think I don't know what Iverson talking about. It's his game,
That's what I'm
maybe.
saying.
So this is my thing. You said something. Listening to you speak, you said I think what word did you use passion?
I use it a couple times.
Okay, all right. So passion for me, and this is just me,
Mm-hmm.
shows up in the game through defense,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm like, oh, because like offense, I get to shoot the ball. That's the fun part, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your passion for me, like when you think Draymond Green, what do you think?
That's a direct question.
Yes, a direct question.
Oh, passion. Um,
Passion, right?
yeah,
What does Draymond do best? That's
defense.
okay. Patrick Beverly, what do you think? Do you
Yeah.
when you see right? For
Mm-hmm.
me, right now when we go to the greats, right?
Yeah.
Kobe, Mike, LeBron at his peak. What did they do? They locked up,
Yeah.
right? Gary Payton locked up, right? Passion, right? That's where it comes from me, right? So, and even Iverson wasn't a great defender, but a few times he did lead the league in steals, right? One
Mm-hmm.
thing he was really good at is playing those passing lanes, right?
Yep.
So for me, he was willing to do it on offense. He was willing to do it on defense, right?
Yeah.
And for me, Luka, offensively, he be out there hooping. He's not. I love me some Luka.
Yeah.
I don't tune in to watch many players, right? But for with him, he's gonna get his numbers. He's gonna go off. But I've seen him turn the ball over. I've seen him shoot some shots and not get back on defense,
Yeah.
right?
Of course.
So for me, that doesn't show passion.
You know
So you kind of
who's
like hooping.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you
Yeah.
know who's Luca. You know who Luca Doncic's real comp is?
Cool.
James Harden.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you, right? I'm not disagreeing with you, right? Just yeah, James Harden. I'm trying to think like of an old school comp. But yeah. I mean, James Harden is a little long in the tooth. He's getting out there. But yeah, they offensive, they great, but defensively, you're not showing up for me. So it's hard for me to give you a comp like Allen Iverson because you don't show up. You're not putting your body on the line
Yeah.
defensively. You don't really. And defense for me, you don't necessarily um got to be a great defender. That's not what I'm saying. You got to try.
Try.
And it's different ways to be a great defender. It doesn't necessarily mean right. LeBron was real good at this, right? Draymond is great at this. You can be a great help defender,
Mm-hmm.
right? And all the help defenders is just being in the right position.
Yep.
So I'll be watching. I'm like, this man not even getting back. He just be he
He
played
talking
defense like
to he talking to the
talking to the ref.
refs.
Yeah, about the offensive possession that just
Yeah.
happened. Ref, he hit me. So just when I get back down there, look out for your boy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no, get back here and play defense. And that's the same thing. And that's the reason why I don't think he's ever going to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Because your teammates see that.
Yep.
Right? Oh, this dude over here complaining to the ref, da, da, da. And they see that you're not playing no defense. And right, and most leaders got to do what? Lead by example. It's a reason Mike has multiple championships.
Yep.
Right? It's a reason Kobe has multiple championships. It's a reason Tim Duncan has multiple championships. It's a reason LeBron has multiple championships. All these guys are like first team all defense, right? All time great defenders at their positions. So Steph not so much, right? But he got Draymond, who's a who's an all time great defender. But yeah, I know
Steph tries.
He tries, right?
Yeah.
And the teams that Steph is on, you have no choice but to go at him on defense because you're not going at Draymond, you're not going at Prime Clay on defense, you're not going at Iggy on defense when he had Iggy. We got to go at Steph because
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, we ain't going at them. We got to go at Steph, right? So for me, I love Luka game, but until he starts like playing defense and putting forth effort, at least putting forth effort and leading by example on the defensive end of the floor, I don't see him winning any championships. And I know Allen Iverson didn't win any, but he led by example offensively and defensively and competed.
He ran up against Shaq and Kobe. Like that's the thing. Like I don't begrudge it or I don't hold it against certain players when they don't win a championship. When I look at, okay, who did they have to go up against?
Yeah, he got as far as he could.
Right. He probably got as farther than he should have.
Yeah. He ran into two titans. Like, what you want me to do?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. You love to laugh.
Yeah, I like to laugh. I like laughing. I like going to comedy shows and stuff like that. Watching comedy movies.
Me too. Speaking of, who's your top 5? Do I want to do top 5 or do Rushmore? What you like, Rushmore or top 5?
Let's do Rushmore.
Okay, that's hard. Who's your Mount Rushmore comedians?
All right. So before I answer that, what do we take into consideration? Stand up. We do a straight stand up or
no stand up? Straight stand up on stage, one mic.
So this is my problem with that. It's hard for me to think back to like the old school comedians.
Okay.
Because I was a kid watching them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, me, I'd have to go off of like, let's say age 18 on up when I was 18, right? So last 20 years for me.
Ugh.
What?
Last 20 years?
Yeah.
That's like 2004.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Right?
I ain't mean to judge you.
What I watched and what was funny to me. Now I can throw Eddie Murphy in there because Eddie Murphy is funny. Obviously, I like right. It's certain people, right? We do this with sports, right?
Yeah.
We do it with Patrick Mahomes. Right. We
big
do this
Joker.
Yeah, he big Joker. What we talking about, right? Eddie Murphy is big Joker.
Yeah.
So I really don't even want to count him. Like that's him. Okay, now who we got after Eddie Murphy, right?
Yeah.
So that big Joker. Eddie Murphy is Patrick Mahomes. He's Michael Jordan. He's Michael Jackson. He's whatever.
The Beatles. All that.
Yeah. What we talking about, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep Eddie Murphy off, right?
Okay.
Because So after Eddie Murphy.
So we say Mount Rushmore today.
Yeah.
Got you.
So Dave Chappelle.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go Dave. Are we doing black guys?
I don't give a. I didn't say. I said comedians.
All right.
Today.
All right. So I'm just going with the first ones that pop into my head. Okay.
Go ahead.
Bill Burr.
Go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Dave Chappelle. I'm gonna go Bill Burr. Let me Google something real quick, man. Hold on.
While you Google that, you gonna understand why I made that face.
Okay.
When I give you my list, right?
Okay. And I'm looking, still going today. I gotta add Chris Rock. Right? So yeah, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Chris Rock, and
still here.
You don't like my list, man?
Go ahead, man.
And then, oh, it's the article right here. Let me see.
Oh damn, I forgot about this dude. Oh, I like him.
Okay, it's another dude. You
I'm gonna,
probably don't know who he is, but I think he's funny. So this is gonna be my top, right? It's two dudes,
uh-huh.
Tom Segura
Okay.
and this other dude named Nate Bargatze.
Forget. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Okay,
I got you. I'm
so
with you. I'm with you.
for those, but if I had to give, I probably have to give it to Nate Bargatze for me,
Over
right?
Segura.
Yeah.
So you got okay. Go ahead. Are you go ahead. You still
Yeah,
still
so no, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Nate Bargatze, and then Bill Burr.
okay. Wait. Say that again. I'm sorry.
So
You
Chris
said
Rock,
Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, Nate Bargatze, and Bill Burr.
Okay. Okay. All right. Here's my list. Right.
Okay.
Um. I had put down Eddie Murphy before
Mhm.
we took the big jokers off.
Yeah.
So he's off. Um. I got Dave Chappelle,
Okay.
Chris Rock,
Okay.
Bill Burr, and Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes.
Yeah.
I don't know no Pete Holmes.
I like Pete Holmes.
I have to look
Uh,
him up.
yeah, I think you should look him up. I think if you like Bargatze,
Yeah.
I think you'll like Pete Holmes. Because Pete Holmes Nate Bargatze, he's like almost kind of clean, ain't he? Like, he's pretty clean.
Yeah, he's like super clean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I think you'll like Pete Holmes. He's not as clean as Nate Bargatze, but
Mhm.
he's not gratuitous. He's not gratuitous with his cussing and all that stuff. So he uses it sparingly.
Okay. I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, who's your top? It's gonna be hard.
I know where you going. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and Google it real quick because I can't even think of nobody. I already know what you're going. Go ahead,
Top
ask your
five
little
women
question.
comedian today.
Say it again. You kind of broke
Top
up.
five women comedian today.
Oh Lord, Jesus. Let me female comedians.
You can't
Okay,
name Wanda Sykes.
God,
Can't use Wanda Sykes.
she the big joker too.
She the big joker. We ain't doing
Damn.
Wanda Sykes. Give me four Mount Rushmore women comedian today.
Oh my God. Like stand up, straight stand up.
Straight stand up.
Jesus. Um. What? She's not a comedian. Okay, they bull crapping. Let me get off this list. Ugh. I say killing it right now. Oh, okay. I got one. What's her name? Janelle James. I think her name is. You know who that
Janelle
is?
James.
Yeah.
I'm on this list right now.
Yeah, Janelle James. Janelle James. Have you ever
She
seen
black?
Abbott Elementary? Yeah.
Nah.
Oh man. Janelle James. Look her up.
I'm looking at this list. I'm at like 60. It's this list top 100 comedians right now. I'm at like 60.
Okay, and you
I
ain't
ain't,
got no.
I've only seen three women. Let me see.
And the people at home, just so you know, we're not saying. I'm gonna have to. We're not saying
And
that women aren't funny, right? I guess what the bigger conversation is that we just don't know any comedians. So it's a lot. It's more of an ignorance, than just uh, uh, misogyny or sexism, if you really think about it.
so my thing is, okay, right?
No,
Oh,
she ain't
jeez.
funny.
I put my hands up like this? I just need, I just want to hear. So with the women comedians, like most of the jokes is just like man bashing. and like they either man bashing or just like yelling real loud or just like super vulgar.
Uh-huh.
Like that's all I get. Like yelling, jumping around, loud.
Sarah Silverman.
It's not my style of comedy.
Sarah Silverman. I
Yeah,
think she's fun.
your girl ain't. I still ain't seen. I still ain't seen a girl in this women's list.
Janelle James.
I
Well,
still ain't.
she ain't like super big yet.
Okay. I
She's
know this one girl. She funny. She's a black girl too. Big black girl.
big black girl.
Yeah, I'm about to look her up right now. She funny. Let me see.
This list is terrible.
What's name is funny too. It's a Wayne's out there. She's funny.
Oh, the the can I say
Oh,
this?
Janelle James. Man, all you have to do is say old girl from what's her name?
From what?
She's in Abbott Elementary.
Bro, I just said I was like, you ever seen Abbott Elementary?
I want to listen to you. My fault.
Yeah, you don't be listening. You ignorant. That's why you don't like women.
Yeah. He man woman hater.
I don't. God, this is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking. None of these like I'm looking at like Lonnie Love. I don't think she's funny. Nicole Byer,
No.
Leslie Jones. She's just kind of like loud to me. Like
Yeah.
Wanda Sykes is my goat. Like,
Yeah,
I love Sykes.
like that's a big joker. Big joker.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm.
A lot of people on this list don't even do like stand up.
Yeah,
Well, at least I ain't seen it.
Like the new young black female comedians. They funny. Uh, I feel like they're like a little bit more like as far as like owning the craft. Like back in the day, they just used to like yell and be loud and say vulgar stuff. And I'm just like, I want to like.
Yeah.
I want to be like caught off guard with the joke a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't. I don't.
So we got it. Wanda Sykes and everybody else. The field.
Yeah, this is one girl. I gotta find her though. But yeah. I can't tell.
Anyway, Chelsea Handler. You ever seen her?
I heard about her. Oh, okay. This is my girl, Sam J. Yeah, there we go. Sam J.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Sam J. Funny. I like Sam J.
I never watched her.
Yeah, you gotta watch Sam J. Sam J is legit. Yeah. So shout out to Sam J. I seen like 2 of her stand-ups.
What you think about Lunel?
Lunel, okay. I think she always talking about like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, give me something else. Yeah, just don't talk about like all the time and then
so
stop.
Now you don't like women comedians. Now you want to tell them what they got to talk about too.
I mean, just for me, like don't do the man bashing. Don't do the
Shantae Wayans is the one you was thinking about.
Yeah. Don't do the man bashing. Don't do the explicit jokes the whole time. Stop doing all the yelling, like just talking like super loud.
Yeah.
Right. And jumping all over the place.
I got you. So
yeah.
There was a new special that came out probably this week, yesterday maybe, on Netflix. Mike Epps, Ready to Sell Out is the name of the special. I watched it. You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. What's your overall thoughts about Mike Epps' Netflix special?
So,
matter of fact, are you a fan of Mike Epps as a stand-up comedian?
I don't want to call myself a fan of anything. Like you, I don't.
Okay.
He cool.
Okay.
So he's better in movies.
Okay.
Right. He's better in movies. As far as stand-up goes, he's okay. Like I've gone to see him I've gone to see him like maybe 2 or 3 times, like live, right? So I like him enough to go see him live. But every time I go, I'm like, is he up here winging it? Like, is he winging it?
Yeah.
So Which if he is, yo, shout out to him, man. They good jokes. So, but I'm watching him yesterday. He had a couple good jokes, pretty funny. I think one that stood out to me is one he was talking about when he was trying to join the military. He couldn't join the military because he failed the ASVAB. Right.
Yeah.
Somebody say he failed the ASVAB, couldn't join the military. So instead of going to the military, he went to jail.
Yeah.
Right. So he went to jail. He said, "Old dudes be making jail. Sound all great, but then what they don't tell you is you're gonna end up with a man." Like they leave that part out. So I thought that was funny. And then he talked about he said black people know God because we always praying and like begging for stuff. Like, oh, here you go again. So like he had a couple little moments in it that made me kind of like laugh, but um for me, I like comedians because he's kind of like all over the place with his jokes. I like comedians like a Dave Chappelle, like a Bill Burr, like my boy Nate. The reason I like them is because they're basically telling you like a story. So the the stand up they doing could be a movie.
Yeah.
Right. So like I'm real like I have this great imagination. So when I'm listening to you, I can picture everything that's going on. Right. So when they're telling me stuff, I'm like, dang, that's like it's like you ever seen this thing called laugh tracks?
No.
All right, so this gonna be my last thing. They basically it's comedians telling jokes, but they turn those jokes into like little skits. Right? So
Yeah.
it's like it's actors acting out the joke that the people are telling. So the reason I like those comedians is because they're telling jokes and it can be acted out into a skit. Some of these other jokes, when people be telling them, it's just like joke punchline, just like knock knock, who's there? Your mama. Your mama who? Your mama breast stink or something. And then like that's the end of the joke. And I'm just like I just made that up. You like that one? But
Yeah, you should take your show on the road.
but yeah, so for me it was cool, but I like comedians that do storytelling to where I feel like I'm going on like this adventure, right?
Yeah.
So that's just me.
Okay. So
And before you get started, you gotta tell me why you did the head look to the side.
oh no, because you was kind of stepping on some of my points. But now you good.
We be right here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you was kind of stepping on my points. But also yeah, Mike Epps, Ready to Sell Out special on Netflix. I'm like you. I'm like you. I like him better in movies.
Yeah.
And while you were talking, I was making my notes or whatever, and I think I kind of figured out why he's better in movies than on stage, to me at least. You like reading,
Yeah.
like books?
Yeah.
Do you read like novels or you just read like nonfiction?
I do. For me, I do like a lot of personal development books, but within those books, it's a lot of like storytelling to get the point across of whatever they're trying to teach you.
Got you. So like the thing with especially novels or fiction books, they don't have it's kind of a limited medium, right? It's just words. So in order to keep the audience engaged, the book has to be super duper descriptive in what they're trying to say. And a lot of times, like the comedians that you said who like tell stories, they have to be descriptive in the stories that they're telling.
Yeah.
Right. And the problem that I have with Mike Epps is that he's not good at painting a picture of the joke of his jokes that he's trying to tell. Right. The jokes are funny, but the picture isn't full. Like the picture isn't complete.
Yeah.
Right. So you said it. He's better in movies. I said he's better in movies. Why? Because we already have the picture, and all he doing is putting the added extra brushstroke on it, and that's what makes it funny.
That's why his jokes. Yep. I got you. Yep.
Right. That's why to you like you said it. His jokes seem like he's just up there winging it. He probably not winging it. He's just not good at painting the picture. Giving you in your mind, he's not good at giving you the all the colors. Right? He's only giving you the blue and the green and the red.
Yeah.
But he's forgetting the yellow. He's forgetting the purple. He's forgetting all that. Right? Yeah, so his jokes require a visual representation. And that's something that he can't provide on a limited medium like stand-up comedy. And that's probably the reason why I like using riling off some of the jokes that he was I didn't remember none of those, so you just said it.
Yeah.
Like to me, like, and you know why? Because he doesn't create that picture.
Yeah. And those are only good to me because obviously military. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
just had a 6.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and he's like praying. I was like, oh, I prayed yesterday asking for some stuff. I get you. I got you. Yeah.
And then like, I know you watch a lot of comedy specials. Like at the end of the special, they it's like they either do a callback or they ended on a big finale.
Yeah.
His finale was, I'm gonna just say it, that thing was trash.
You made it to the finale?
Yeah.
I woke up, it was a different show on.
Netflix asked, "Are you still watching?" Damn, I guess so. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the joke, I can tell you like jokes of delivery. Jokes are like hinge on delivery, right? I can tell you the joke. You'll probably get the same amount of laugh that I did when I heard it. He said, because he had to talk about the Will Smith slap and shit.
Yeah.
But that kind of led into he used to be hating on Will Smith. He said Will Smith sold out. Well, he said I used to think Will Smith sold out. I used to think he named a bunch of people sold out. I think he said Leonardo DiCaprio too. No, Tom Hanks. He said Tom Hanks sold out, and with all this stuff, I need some more money. I'm ready to sell out. He's like, that's my show. Y'all been good.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was like, that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So like, I mean, I've never been a big Mike Epps stand-up fan, but like we said, he's way better to us in movies.
Yeah,
like, it's kind of like, it's kind of weird. Like, not weird because I just explained why, but it's just such a disparity between stand-up and movies for him. Like, it's just it's weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, heck. No, Dave Chappelle was good at movies. He was good. Young Dave Chappelle was good at movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, never mind. He's in Blue Streak, right?
Yeah, he's in Blue Streak. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was in Nutty Professor, right? Yeah. And he was in Nutty Professor.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
What?
I'm thinking. I was about to say. I was thinking Dave Chappelle in movies, maybe, but no. I'm thinking about Dave Chappelle and Nutty Professor when he on stage.
Yeah.
I just started laughing because I probably watch it today and start laughing. Yeah. So never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I'm good.
Yes. All right.
Dave Chappelle is a goat, man. I just leave it at that.
Yeah. He's in the Mount Rushmore. So given what you saw or what you stayed up for during the special, what would your rating be for his stand-up special?
It's not even playoff for me.
So it's a lottery joint.
It's a lottery. I wouldn't watch it again. I wouldn't even recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, nah.
It's
but for him, it's just his typical stand-up. Like he's just not like shout out Mike Epps, love Mike Epps. But just his stand-ups for me, some people probably think they funny. Like Marlon Wayans to me, not funny, a stand-up guy, right? Mm-hmm. But Wayne's brother, like you put him on a show, I'm watching him all day. So him and Mike Epps for me kind of along the same lines. Yeah. A show, I'm watching you all day. You put Marlon Wayans on the show, where we at? Let's get it, Marlon. Let's get it, Mike. Yeah, stand-up, I'm just like, they come, for me, it's kind of my thing with the women comedians. They just don't paint good pictures for me.
Okay.
Like I want to go on a journey, and a lot of them don't take me on a journey. It's just like a whole bunch of like kind of just like all over the place, and I'm just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So
I got you. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm in the same, but I'm on the same. I'm in the same car with you with this.
Yeah.
It's a lottery. It's not. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I never watch it again.
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna remember it, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, if we weren't talking about it today, I wouldn't even gave it a
Only
second
reason
thought.
I remember it because I was trying to, so we can talk about it today.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, none of the jokes are memorable. Like, none of them. No, like, and then he he's a one liner type guy,
Hmm.
which is why he works in movies, right? He sees something, he throw a quick one liner, boom, and then we on to the next. Like, but on stage he throws out one liners. They're weak because I don't have nothing to base this one liner on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because like a lot of times as he was talking and he was telling the jokes, I got lost
yeah,
because I'm like, what was he talking about again? Like, I got to go back and I'm like, I don't. So I'm trying to visualize what he's saying, but it
yeah,
just ain't connecting. Like I
yeah,
said, he not connecting the dots. He's not painting the picture, right?
yeah,
But yeah, like I said, this is a lottery, nothing else. A low lottery too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You about to probably get the first overall pick.
Yeah, yeah. All right. That's all we got for today. Thank you for joining us on Relevant Podcast with Relevant Rob. Don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button and drop a comment too. Until then, we'll see you next time. So until then, be easy.